Lil make it pop. What's up? If he broke, then we can't talk. Nope. The I make it shake like a shake weight. Make it break like an earthquake. Break the bank. If I put this work in, is you gon' cop me a Birkin? Money make this hot girl act a fool, and that's for certain. I'ma get the turkey. He know I'm his favorite person. That nigga think my.
What's up? It's your girl Chymoney Greatest, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, y'all. Today your girl is back again with another video for you guys. As you guys see by the title, your girl is going to be doing sip and talk for the girls. Okay, sip and talk, girl talk. Not too long ago, I put up a poll on my story asking people to give me at least 12 questions. I got 13. Okay, a bonus for y'all that women would like to know, my thoughts on it, my opinions. So let's get into it. Before we start, can I tell y'all what I got in my cup? This is Chardonnay. Chardonnay is literally like my favorite wine to drink. I feel like it gets you there, you feel me? Like, I can't drink nothing if it don't get you there. Like, I'm not finna mess up my liver for no reason. If I'm a drink, baby, I need to be, you know what I'm saying, feel it in my soul, you know what I'm saying? I need to get a little buzz feel, you feel me? Because all of that little juice stuff, Stella Rosa, that junk tastes like Welch's. Question number 1. How to get over a breakup. I found this I found this funny because I've been through this multiple times. I've been through a lot of heartbreaks. I've been through a lot of, you know what I'm saying, failed relationships. So now I feel like it's my job to like help y'all get through it too, you know what I'm saying, girl power. So I'm gonna let y'all know it's tea. So typically how I get over a breakup, I literally just keep myself busy. So when I say I keep myself busy, like I'm always working out, I'm always, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out how I can make more content, how I can work harder on, you know what I'm saying, who I am. Working out too, like I feel like working out really like helps because, you know, it's a stress reliever. So when you're in the gym, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, because it's kind of like a hard push, it's like everything that you're going through kind of get left out in the gym because it's just like, you going hard, you know what I'm saying, like you sweating, you building muscles, you looking better, you glowing, and it's showing. So that's kind of how I get over a breakup. Step 1 is to go to the gym. Step 2 is to stay busy. So when I say stay busy, like see if you can work some overtime, you know what I'm saying. In my case, I see if I can just like make more content, make more videos, like what I can do to keep myself busy, you know, investing in my brand, like everything, you know what I'm saying, just like keep yourself busy. And number 3 is to go without looking on a page or calling or texting them. So when I say go without, like it takes 30 days to form a habit, but I feel like I start to form a, oh, like I'm not texting him, I'm not calling him, I'm not checking his page habit in about 2 weeks. So that's like 14 days. So if you go like 14 days straight without checking on them or whatever, like that'll help you get past it pretty fast. Number 2, how common is BV and yeast infections? So I'm not necessarily sure how common BV and yeast infections are. We actually can look it up. So it say both of these types of vaginitis are very common, with 3 out of every 4 women experience a yeast infection in their lifetime. Other types of these diseases like trichomoniasis are sometimes confused for yeast infection or BV, which is why it is not always advised to self-diagnose for these symptoms. So it pretty much say 3 out of every 4 women experience yeast infections and BV in their lifetime. So me personally, I know it's TMI, I personally had both once. My yeast infection came when I was in high school, and that's because I was like wearing like a lot of tight jeans, a lot of tight pants, and I also had this weird obsession with smell good products. So I used to go to Bath and Body Works all the time, where my mom used to like bring home Bath and Body Works, and I literally used to use the soap down there. So literally like a week of using the soap, like baby, when I say itching and burning, baby, itching and burning. Okay, so that was one. BV, I had BV once as well a couple years ago. I don't remember how I got BV, but I don't know, like I just know my doctor gave me medicine and stuff for it. So I feel like it's pretty common. How to avoid it, it's just basically, bruh, cleaning with soap and just water. Like, no, I'm sorry, just cleaning your vagina with water, bruh. Like, cleaning your vagina with water goes a very long way. I didn't even start just cleaning with just straight, because at first I was cleaning myself with odorless soap, because I felt like, oh well, it don't smell like nothing, so it's gonna be good. However, it does help and work, but it's like my doctor told me, my OBGYN said she highly recommend me just use only water down there. So I only been using only water down there for the past couple months, and I gotta say, man, like it's a big difference. I say the only difference with me just using soap down there it's probably I like perspire less quicker, so I sweat very easy. Like I sweat so much. Like winter, spring, summer, fall, my AC is always in the 60s because I get so hot and I overly sweat and I drink a lot of water. So like by the end of the day, my drink don't necessarily stink, don't get me wrong, okay? It just smell like sweat, you feel me? So once I just started using only water down there, I kind of like noticed a slight difference. I don't know if it's been a difference or just becoming a difference, but yeah, like just cleaning with soap and water really, just cleaning with only water down there really helps avoid these things. Number 3 is, does body count really matter? Y'all, that's a really good question. I gotta drink on this. So me personally feel like body count don't matter. The reason why I say body count don't matter, I feel like if you with somebody you trust, you know what I'm saying, and y'all both go get checked together, it shouldn't matter how many bodies you got, unless you just got a STD or something. I don't think it matters, you feel me? I feel like if you STD free, how many body counts, I feel like it doesn't matter. However, somebody that tells me they have a lot of body count is sort of a red flag to me. It's like you have a lot of, you know, sex demons, that's for sure. Sex is a soul tie. So when men tell me they got a lot of bodies or whatever, I kind of just be like, I don't necessarily like look at them with a side eye, but I kind of just like know they like, okay, yeah, you used to be out here. So as far as if it matter or not, I feel like it don't matter. I'm grown, we grown. I feel like it shouldn't matter who I used to be in my past, or who I used to be with, who I used to sleep with, or who they sleep with. That's none of my business, you know what I'm saying? Number 4, what's your opinion on abortions? Okay, so my opinion on abortions is your body, your choice, right? I feel like, y'all know I'm real religious, so it is 100% a sin in the Bible. So I wouldn't just like promote it like, oh yeah girl, get an abortion if you have to. Like I wouldn't say that. Like I'm not finna cause a motherfucker to sin. Like I'm not finna tell you that. But I will tell you this, is birth control is free. I think birth control is free, and condoms, bro, like just using condoms or just abstinence altogether really helps. As far as abortions go, I feel like you should never even ever like make a mistake and be like, oh my gosh, like I'm pregnant, I didn't know I was pregnant. As a woman, you should know when a man nutting you or not, because it's just safety, you know what I'm saying? It's just safety. And how I know if a guy like coming me or not is I feel down there. So after we done having sex and I just feel my vagina, make sure everything is everything. And if it's like a slimy feel, women, what's the word? I'm trying to see it. I feel like, just going by experience, my internal liquids after sex have always been just wet, and it dries up pretty fast. Like it's never been slimy, sticky, none of that. It's just wet and it dries up. Like once you feel it, it's wet and it dries up. So that's my experience. And if you smell your hand and it smell like a bleach kind of sea moss kind of smell, that man came to you. And if you don't know that as a woman, you shouldn't be having sex, because it's like, you should know, because this is stuff you gotta know. Like this is very important. This is do or die. Okay, it's like if you don't know, baby, you're gonna be pregnant. So my opinion on abortions is your body, your choice. However, I do feel like it's a lot of like ways you can refrain from getting pregnant, because it is also a plan B. So let's say if you do get pregnant and you know what I'm saying, you feel down there and you know a guy came to you, instead of waiting till your period come on or not, you need to go right to the pharmacy. You need to get a plan B, because that's if you don't want. So technically a plan B is an abortion, but I feel like it's less gruesome when you take a plan B. But yeah, I feel like your body, your choice. I also feel like if you know that you're not ready, or you know that you're not like financially stable, and this is just not the best idea like to have a child right now at your point in life, I understand. I understand, you know what I'm saying? If you gotta take a plan B, if you gotta get an abortion, I totally understand. I have a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying, that's been through like abortions and whatnot before, or plan B like before, and I just feel like it's not okay. Like it's not something you just wanna like go through. So I say wrap up. That's my opinion, especially if you know you're not ready for a kid. Wrap up. Number 5, what do you do when you're in a relationship with someone but have feelings for someone else? I say date both of them. And when I say date both of them, I'm not saying like make both of them like your boyfriend. Like that's a bit much. You know, like you shouldn't be playing with nobody's feelings. But I feel like you should date both of them, like casually date both of them, and just kind of weigh your options out. Like see how many pros and cons it is. And whichever guy got the most pros, I say go with that guy. The guy who got the most cons, I say let him go. Because we as women, you know what I'm saying, we get so caught up into love and men and sex and stuff like that, we kind of let it cloud our judgment just a tad bit. So I personally feel like you should date both of them. Date both of them, see what it is, see what it ain't, and whichever one like show you all of them and don't waste your time and show you like that they really want you and for you, I say go with that one. But as far as dating two guys at the same time, that's not cool. That's not ladylike, you feel me? And also too, like, you shouldn't be playing with people's feelings. People die every day behind relationships, on God. Like, y'all know how many times like a guy killed a girl or a girl killed a man because they play with their emotions and feelings, cheated on them, whatever. You don't want to go through that. You don't even want to see, you know what I'm saying? Because people have breaking points. You never know what somebody going through. Everybody's trying their best out here in this world. The least you can do is keep it $150 with them. $150 with them and be like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, like, I like you, but I'm just not really ready to move forward in this relationship. Like, just keep it real, you know what I'm saying? Off bat from the rip, from the jump, because it's just like, it just lessens confusion, and men will look at you with more respect, like, wow, like, she really kept it real with me, she ain't lied to me, she ain't do nothing behind my back, she wasn't sneaky, like, she really kept it real with me and told me how she feel. Number 6, what's your thoughts on abusive relationships and how to leave one? So my thoughts on abusive relationship is get out while you can. I have a cousin that passed a couple years ago. Her boyfriend literally shot her, like literally shot her, and her family used to like see like little small signs of him being like toxic and stuff. She's dead now, and she was only like 19, 20. So that's very, very young, and you know, your mom or your dad never want to get that call like, hey, you know what I'm saying, da-da-da happened with such and such. Like, I say leave while you can, because if he hits you one time, he's gonna do it again. I BS you not. I know when you love somebody, you be so caught up, but honestly, love is not that much love in the world. Honest to God, truthfully, like, to be getting beat on, like, my mama don't even put her hands on me. Why would I let a man put his hands on me? I've been in one abusive relationship before a couple years ago, and how I left it is I honestly just prayed about it, and I just believed in myself, and I left him alone completely. I cut off all contact, you know what I'm saying? I got a restraining order on him. I did everything I could to stay away from this man because I knew that he was not going to stop. That's what I say. So in order to leave one, like, pray and ask God to give you the strength, but you need to go. Like, I'm not even finna sit here and be like, oh, you know, it's mistakes happen. No, absolutely not. You need to go. That's a deal breaker. Cheating and putting your hands on someone, that's a deal breaker, and it would not be tolerated. Where I'm from with my friends, me, like, that shit not cool. Like, you're not no punching bag girl. Like, you need to go. Honestly, like, you need to go. How did you feel after you lost your virginity? Because I feel terrible. So how I feel after I lost my virginity, I felt terrible also. Yeah, like, honestly, y'all, that's normal. You know, you've never done it before, and you know, the virginity is something extremely sacred and beautiful, and I highly recommend to keep your virginity as long as you can. This sex stuff is not what it's cranked up to be. Like, it's not that serious. Like, it's cool for the time being. It only lasts for a moment. Like, it's nothing cranked up about it. Like, I have a few friends that still virgins to this day, and I tell them, like, straight up, like, keep going. Don't lose your virginity to a random anybody. Like, lose your virginity to somebody that show you that they love you, who care about you, who's respectful towards you. You know what I'm saying? Damn near married, really. Like, I really think you should wait till marriage. That's just me personally, but just off of what I've been through and having sex, I know what it comes with, and it's just not, it's not what it's cranked up to be. You know what I'm saying? I know movies, music, people around you, you know, it really make you want to be like, oh my gosh, like, I want to break my virginity, but it's not worth it, girl. Like, take it from me. Like, to this day, if I could have kept my virginity some years back, I would have. After I lost my virginity, I felt terrible too, because I guess because, you know, like, it's wrong, you know, and it's different and it's new and it's not something good. You know what I'm saying? That's why you feel like that. It's just your conscience telling you, like, girl, you really just did something you ain't even had to do. Like, it's just normal. Don't trip, girl. It's normal. What are some hygiene tips that work for you? So some hygiene tips that worked for me was, like I said, cleaning your vagina with just water. And when I say clean your vagina with just water, you know, you can use soap for every other parts of your body. You know, you can even use soaps around the vagina on, you know what I'm saying? Just internally, like, do not use soap inside. It's just not good. Get you guys a reusable douche bottle. Oh my gosh, like, I started using the douche bottle a couple months ago. I wasn't really douching at first because I don't know, I always felt like I don't know, every time somebody says something about douche, they say it's bad for you. But I feel like they was saying like the douche that you like buy from the store that's already pre-made in a bottle, they say those are bad for you. My doctor told me those are not good for the pH balance. However, getting douche, and also too for the ladies that's iffy about just using water only down there, like the douche bottle will literally save your life. The douche bottle will literally make you change your mind, because what it is, it's a bottle. It has like a maybe like a rod this length with holes in it. It's very, very skinny, so it doesn't like puncture you when you like stick it up there. And you literally just put warm water in it, and you just squeeze it until it's all out inside your vagina. I do it after sex. I do it after I shower, before I shower. I do it, you know, before I go to bed. Like, I just always use the douche bottle, and it literally just helps you get up there. Like, it helps you get up there. Like, you know, you can't, I mean, some women can do it. I personally, I ain't trying to do all that, but it literally like help you clean like up in your stomach. Wiping with wipes, like I don't use tissues. I have tissues, like I have tissues here in my home, but I only use it like, you know what I'm saying, to kind of just go back over the wipes, because some, you know, wipes are wet, so sometimes it do be a little wet. The wipes do be a little wet, so if I want to like dry it off real quick, I'll just get a tissue and I'll wipe up there, or I'll just keep it for guests who don't use wipes. My favorite brand of wipes is Cottonelle. Cottonelle unscented wipes is what I use. Number 9, what are your views on birth control? Is it worth it? So my views on birth control, I don't have birth control. I've never gotten birth control. However, I am considering birth control. Just because I don't want to have no kids, and I don't want to have no slip-ups, mix-ups, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you just don't know. To me, I say get on birth control if you can help it, like, cause getting Plan Bs or abortions or ending up pregnant and unexpectedly and just keeping it just because, like, nobody want to go through that. That's a whole ass headache. That's a whole headache, especially if you have a partner and y'all have raw sex frequently. I highly recommend birth control. A lot of my friends are on both from birth control. It's certain ones. I know the one that you like, that the doctors stick up in your vagina. I haven't heard too many like negative things about those. I just know when you're on birth control, you don't come on your period. My mom was on birth control for 5 years. You don't come on your period at all, and when you do come on your period, it's like very, very heavy, and it's very, very painful as far as cramps go. That's what I've been told. But I say, like, if you want to be on birth control, like, do it. Like, especially if you don't want no kids, like, highly recommend birth control. Absolutely. Like I told you, I even thought about birth control once or twice. Like, I'm still thinking about it. Like, I might consider it this year. Like, before the year out, I might consider it, just because it's just safe. You know what I'm saying? Better safe than sorry. Number 10, older men dating younger girls. My view on that, I feel like if you up age, and when I say up age, it's like 18 plus dating an older man. Me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I've had my fair share of older men, you know what I'm saying, at a young age as well. But I would say a lot of older men are very manipulative. So, of course, you know what I'm saying, they might make you feel good. You know, they might, you know what I'm saying, because, you know, they've been on this earth longer, so they know a lot. They're very knowledgeable. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with it. But like I told y'all, I say they're very manipulative. A lot of older men I've been with, they're very manipulative. And when you young, like, you really just go for anything, because it's just like, oh, I'm young, I don't really know nothing, like, because you really don't know nothing at a young age. That's why it's always important to keep your parents in a loop, because your parents know what's up. Like, your parents gonna let you know, like, hey, I've been down that road before, this is what you're gonna expect. So I say do whatever. I'm a real strong believer in doing whatever you feel is right, doing whatever makes you happy. That's just me personally. Because if it makes you happy, why not do it? So if dating that older man is what makes you happy, I say go for it. However, it's a lot of pros and cons with dating older man. One of the cons to me is they're very manipulative. I'm older now, and I've been through a lot at a young age. So to me, I feel like I can relate to a lot of older men. But yeah, that's the only thing that I really just don't be effing with about them. Like, they be slick, manipulative. Date an older man that's respectful. Date an older man that wants your best interest at heart. Like, anything else, nah, I wouldn't recommend it. Just for your mental health. You know what I'm saying? 11, leaving your parents' house to be on your own. So I left my mom's house at 17 years old. In my opinion on it, I feel like it definitely, like, doing that big move at such a young age definitely, like, changed my life for the better. Like, I feel like everything I know now is because I took that risk. When you be on your own, it's a lot, man. Like, it's not a day that go by that I'm not happy I didn't come on my own, because when I moved out on my own, I feel like it just taught me a lot as a person, as a woman. It made me better, you know, and it really just make you see life for what it really is and make you be like, damn, life really not what it's cranked up to be. But I feel like if you got like good parents and you was raised right, I feel like the sky is the limit. Like, I feel like, why not just, you know, as long as you're responsible and, you know, you take what your parents taught you and just like keep it in the back of your mind for whatever situation you go through while you're out on your own. Also though, because y'all know it's always also, it's no rush, you know, like, so if you're of age and you feel you thinking about moving out your parents' house, it's honestly no rush. Me personally wish I can go back to my mom's house, and in fact I could. I don't doubt she wouldn't let me, but I'm an adult and I just want the easy way out, just like everybody else. Me not having it easy by being on my own, it helps me stay on top of things. It helped me be more responsible. It helps me think twice before I do something. I feel like it just keeps me like on my P's and Q's just as a human being, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're on your own, you see a lot of stuff, you go through a lot of stuff that's gonna make you more mature. So I say if you're thinking about moving out, definitely move out, but I would say like still stay in touch with your parents, because it's a lot of stuff that they know that you wouldn't know. So it's always good to just, you know, be able to like call up that parent and say, hey, like I'm going through this, or hey mom, hey dad, like what does this mean? Like when this happens, what does this mean? Or what does this do? You know what I'm saying? Like that's very important. So I say do it if you really want to. Number 12, how young is too young to have children and why? Me personally, too young to have children is 20s, like early 20s. Simply because you're in your early 20s, you're still learning stuff. So yes, you're an adult, but you don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. Everybody's different. But I feel like in your early 20s, you should be stacking. You should be like really just following your dreams, like really hustling to make a living for yourself first before another human being. Because when you have a kid, bro, that kid is your kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my mama always tell me, like, you can't just leave them and say, okay, I'll be back. Like you gotta take them everywhere you go, dang near. Or also too, it's a lot of sacrifices you have to make. Let's say for instance, you move in a place by yourself and you have a kid. And let's say you buy a mattress, but your mattress haven't came yet, or you trying to wait to buy a mattress until you know what I'm saying, save up. When you have a kid, you have to buy a mattress. It ain't no, oh, I'ma wait, I'ma just see. Nah, sure you can get away with it, but in the courts or defects or any like government person who sees that this child doesn't have a mattress, oh my god, like it's just so much stuff you can risk. Like you can risk like having rights to that child just because you don't have a mattress, just because you just wanted to wait till you got paid to get a mattress, versus when you have a kid, you can't wait. Like you gotta get it right then and there. Early 20s, I say it's too young to have a kid. Or if you're not like financially stable too. Like if you're not financially stable and you know you have good months, bad months, or you know what I'm saying, you working paycheck to paycheck, I wouldn't recommend you having a kid. Yeah, I feel like early 20s is way too young. Late 20s is when you can consider having a kid. Even then, that's too young. I highly recommend y'all to live y'all life, you know what I'm saying, because it's so much stuff out here in this world, and you don't want to be locked down by a kid. Because when you have a kid, yes, kids are a blessing, don't get me wrong, but you're not able to move freely like you used to. Like me, I can wake up, leave out whenever I want, however late I want, however early I want. Versus when you got a kid, you gotta get them ready, you know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure they eat, make sure they drink. Like me, I can go hours without a meal, especially if I got shit to do and I got a busy day ahead. Nigga, I can go all day without a full course meal. Versus when you have a kid, oh bro, they can't go without. Like I feel like that's what kids are all about. Like they can't go without a meal. They can't go without lights. They can't go without water. They can't, it's just so much stuff they can't go without. But like a lot of moms I meet say, they always say like it's no manual on being a parent. So it's just like when you have a kid, you literally just winging it. Like literally, like you're just winging it. You're not sure. Every child is different, you know, but a lot, literally not even a lot. No, nigga, every person I met who was in their early 20s or had kids at a very young age, they always say, I regret it. I regret it. I wish I would have waited. I wish I would have waited. If everybody's saying that shit, why would it be cap? they obviously saying it for a reason. So I say wait as long as you can. Last but not least, how often should women get checked up? So my personal opinion, how often women should get checked up, you know, go to the OBGYN, do their full wellness check, is maybe once a year. Me personally do it every time I have sex with a new partner, so that's not really often. I always do my wellness checks every 6 to 12 months because certain things don't show up in your bloodstream right away, like such as AIDS and HIV. Like I know that shit can take like a year, 2 years to show up in your blood. So let's say if you had sex with someone raw, like, and they had AIDS and you didn't know, you go get checked, it's not showing up in your bloodstream yet. If you go get checked like 6 months down that line, it could be there. So I try to do it every 6 to 12 months. I highly recommend everyone to get checked. Every sex partner, every new sex partner, I don't even care if you use a condom, go get checked, because it's certain things that you can get without, it's certain STDs you can get with a condom on. Like, it's just risky. So every 6 to 12 months and or every time you get a new sex partner. But all right, y'all, that really completes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I elaborated on it enough, the best way I could, to the best of my ability. I love y'all. I'm back again with a new video, with new videos every freaking week, man. I'm finna be back on my YouTube shit, man, because I know y'all miss me. I miss y'all too. I miss content, and making content just makes me happy, man. Like, I feel like this is what God put me on earth to do. So that's what I'm here for, to just, you know, help and inspire others, make somebody else smile, make somebody else entertain, you know what I'm saying, after a long day. But I love y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace and blessings.
Lil, make it pop. What's up? If he broke, then we can't talk. Nope. The f I make it shake. What?